Okay, there we go. Doing a lot of running around, man, just to get this right. But all right, round table episode number, whatever episode it is, but we are here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. First, let's bring in the trucking queen. Can see her, but we can't see her. We'll see right now. All right, man. Our lovely one, Miss Becky Lopez B.
Thank you. Thank you. You can see me, but you can't see me.
Ah, almost
I
like your
love that.
almost like your radio show. Good, good,
Almost. Yes.
good picture of you, by the way, B, with the headphones on. And in the radio world, you guys still call them cans?
Um, I guess. I don't know. No, I've never heard that reference before.
Okay. You guys, what do you got? What do you call them? Just headphones?
Yeah, and I don't even like mine. Honestly, I never wear them.
Okay. Well, good.
Very rarely do I wear them because I feel like I can't hear.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
good picture of yourself.
Thank you.
Speaking of good looks, we got the man, Frederick, the entertainer from Two Face Entertainment, Fred Segura.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Good to hear you, B. It's good to be back.
Hi.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah.
always good to be back.
It feels like it's been a long time, man. It has. It feels like it's been quite a while. I've had a wild ride since our last since our last roundtable. But B, how you been, girlfriend? From our last roundtable to now, what have you been up to?
I've been here and there and everywhere, like always. So yeah, all good stuff.
Okay, how's the radio show going?
It's good, very good. I had another interview. I don't know if you've seen. I know you weren't, able to, but I had little boxer girl. Her little brother was on there last weekend, and he's a boxer too. So I got a little insight of his overall view. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. No, I didn't get a chance to hear that. I did. I started hearing the interview, and when I say started, I think I only got like a minute into it. You were interviewing.
Yeah.
what's the name of that girl? Something K or K something. I don't know. It
Oh
was like,
yeah. Madam K for the pinups for cancer. We were talking about that event that was last Sunday.
okay,
So yeah.
got it.
No, I'll be dropping the interview with the little boy tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but I didn't get to it. I'm actually still working. That's why nobody can see me.
Good.
Mhm. But
That's
they can
cool.
Yeah.
still, but they can still hear you on Friday
Yes.
night, 10 p.m.
Yes.
And
All right,
and
Definitely.
today, and today, right now, they can still hear you.
and
Right?
they can still hear it
Yeah, I
right
know,
now.
right?
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Freddie Fear. What have you been up to, dog? Well, you and I haven't chopped it up in a minute or two, Holmes. What
Yeah,
have you been up
bro.
to, dog?
You know what? I went overseas, bro. No, not for. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I didn't go overseas. I didn't go over nothing. But no. I've been pretty laid back, bro. I've seen a couple of movies and stuff like that, bro. But everything's been good. Everything's been it's been a good thing, bro. It's been a very good thing. I've been let's just say, as always, things aren't the greatest sometimes, bro. But I'm at peace, and that's a beautiful thing. Bro. So that's where I'm at right now with everything. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, that's it. What else? Oh, we'll get into the movies after. I'll let you guys know about the movies. Um, look forward to. I know there's something else, but well, we'll get into it after. But everything's been great. Thank you, though. Thank you.
We definitely need to get into some movies because I watched some movies on the airplane, man, on the
Oh,
way to and on the way back. So I went ahead and I went to New York, man. I was there. Let me see. I flew in Thursday night and I flew out Monday afternoon. So I went to New York. It was my second time going to New York, and I had a blast. I am still somewhat feeling like I'm recovering on the real. I'm still somewhat decompressing, but I had a blast, man. I learned a lot more about New York this time around than the last time. The last time I went, I did a lot of tourist stuff. I did the Statue of Liberty, went to the 9/11 Memorial Museum, went to Town Square at nighttime, went to went to a lot of tourist stuff, right? Um, this time I didn't do any of that, but I had a blast, man. I had such a damn good time. I enjoyed myself out there. I'm gonna tell you guys this: the Latino flavor over there is different than here, right?
yeah,
Because over there, over there, you don't really get a lot of Central American or Mexican or anything. Over there, it's a lot more Colombiano, Puerto Rican,
Dominicans.
Cubano, Dominican, and everything like that. Sort right. It
Yeah,
was it was a blast, dog, dipping into that Latino flavor, that Latino culture. I fell in love with this one area in Queens. It is west of City Field, west of City Field in Queens. It is a large population of Colombians, and I just enjoyed myself just hanging out there. Just hanging out
nice.
there. I didn't hang out there the entire time, but hanging out there was badass, man. Eating the food there, I loved it, man. I had myself a great time. I had a great
Nice. Bro, you know what? I'm gonna say one thing though. I saw the video where you went to where the home plate was in that apartment complex.
that yeah, that's in Brooklyn.
It's a beautiful thing, bro. That was so awesome to see that. When and see, and this is what I mean. When you have YouTube like this, bro, and people go out there and do this kind of stuff, sometimes those of us that can't go, at least at this point, we get to learn from that, bro. That's an awesome thing. So I applaud you for that one, man. That was awesome. That
Eh,
was awesome, man. I commend you. My head off to you, brothers, for reals. That was
yeah.
awesome to see.
Hey, Traveling Charlie, come on, dog. Corona's right here down the 15 freeway. There's no
Yeah,
Colombians there, Holmes. You're
I
wrong about that. No, no. Traveling Charlie is talking about Corona, New York. Corona, New
Oh,
York. That is the name. It's just a little west of City Field, uh, heavily populated by Colombians, man, and I love
yeah.
that part of the city. But so much more than I did. I did so much more. Yeah, I went to Brooklyn, to Ebbets Field. Um, Things have kind of changed around there a little bit from the last time I kind of went by, but it was badass, man. It was quite the experience. I loved it. I loved it. And just riding the train everywhere, it lets you know that public transportation can work if you do it right. But I learned something about New York, and we're gonna get into some other things too. I would,
Uh,
for anybody who's watching, we're not just gonna keep this on my trip to New York. But
uh,
the first time I went, I thought I thought the trains went everywhere, right? And then I went down to Coney Island. Fred, you know about Coney Island, man.
oh yeah, yeah. The Warriors, the Warriors. Yes.
Okay,
This
okay,
one will be quite all night to come back to.
okay. Wait. Hang on, Fred. Hang on. So we cannot see B. I'm gonna mute you real quick, B. Okay, we cannot see B, Fred. Okay,
Okay.
Fred. Do you think B has seen the 1979 classic, The Warriors?
I'm gonna say no, bro. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Let me
She's
see.
seen a lot of other ones, but I don't know. I don't think she's seen that one, bro.
Mm, I almost want to say yes. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna say she's probably heard of it. I'm gonna say that she's probably seen a clip of it because it was playing somewhere her growing up, but I don't think she actually sat down and watched it from beginning to end. All
Okay.
right. So I say no. So I say no. And B,
I said
watching a clip of it or having knowledge of it doesn't count. Have you seen the movie from beginning to end? Our lovely Becky Lopez, have you seen the movie The Warriors?
No, not from beginning to end. I mean, Cupcake has and my dad had, but nah, it's not my interest at all. I mean, when they were running around and trying to rumble and everything, yeah, but no, I haven't.
Oh, B,
oh,
you're missing out, B. You're
you're
missing
breaking
out.
down.
Sorry.
You know what?
Now I'm
Maybe
gonna watch it this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
you can see the remake. I'm playing Swan.
I want to be
I'll
a
watch
fan.
it just for you guys.
You
Yeah.
see that? That when you see it, you'll understand the joke that I just gave you right now. I'm playing Swan.
I'll keep you in the mind while I'm watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do. It, it's such a classic, such a classic. What's up, Droops? What's up to everybody in here, man?
Hey.
Traveling Charlie, Droops, Andrew
You know,
Martinez. What's going on to everybody, man? So,
I will say this though about the Warriors. I recommend you watch the original theatrical version. Do not watch the director's cut. That no. The theatrical version, it's the best one.
yeah, they went ahead and released that director's cut, which they kind of like comic book it from scene to another scene. They pause it, then they do like a comic book kind of slash to it, and I don't. The only thing that I don't like about that, okay, there's something I love about that, Fred, and there's something that I hate about it. Okay, what I love about it is the very, very, very beginning of the movie when the
Oh yes,
director says, many years ago, I think it was like like 100 Greek warriors found themselves, behind enemy lines, a
yes,
1,000 miles from home, 1,000 miles from the sea, and they had to march, right? And the comparison that he made to that part, Fred, I love every piece of that part.
yes.
Outside of that, yeah, you're right, dog. It ruins it, especially when they run into the baseball furies because they
Oh
run out there, and I just want to see Ajax just kind of look and be like, "What the hell? Don't give me the comic book strip
yeah,
showing me what he sees. Like, let me
yeah,
be surprised,
yeah,
But
yes.
all right. We could talk Warriors on.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can keep on talking Warriors, man. But yeah, so I spent a few days out in New York. Shout outs to New York. Love New York, man. It's fun. Had a great time, a lot of good memories there, and I stayed in a part of Queens. I think it's called Flushing. I'm not sure. Come to find out, it is the area that is the most populated by Chinese in the entire country. More more than Chinatown in New York, more than Chinatown in Los Angeles, more than any place in the entire country. That part of New York where I was staying is the most heavily Chinese populated area, which was crazy. I was like, damn, okay. Flushing, yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Traveling charges, yeah, Flushing. It is. I've somebody looked it up for me. I was talking to somebody. They're like, "Hey, yeah, man, this has the most." First, he said in the world. He said outside of China in the world. Come to find out, no, Indonesia. But in this
Okay.
country, that part where I was staying at, I was like, "Damn, okay." But man, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I can't. It's America's Chinatown. It seemed like it. It seemed like it. But
Right.
it was so much fun, man. It was so much fun. I love. I could say now I really do love traveling to New York. Such
I,
a
I know we brought this up before, bro. Have you tried the actual? I mean, not the not at a tourist spot, but the actual New York pizza.
yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. First of all, Mo Money is asking me. So I had some really good Chinese food. I did not touch any of the Chinese food, dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout out to the homie dog. I know who that
okay.
is.
All right. Okay. Look, I want to say this, man. I saw the Chinese food around me. It was all over the place. It didn't look that appetizing to me. And when I think New York, I'm not really thinking Chinese food. That's not really what I want to go there for. I'm thinking Italian. I'm thinking some other, I'm thinking about other Latino cultures that we don't have out here, right? I'm
Yes.
thinking be dropped off. I'm thinking, Dominican food, Boricua food, Colombian food, Cubano food. I'm thinking that because the authenticity, you could probably find I've seen a restaurant here like, hey, Cuban food, which is rare. But I'm like, I'm sure that's not like real stuff, dog. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I go. I don't think I'm gonna go eat some Chinese food, man. So I looked around and I'm like, nah, dog, I don't want to do that. You know what I want. You know the only Chinese food I like, Fred, or that I want is
What's that?
the fake Chinese food. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You
Yeah.
go to a
Yeah.
little spot, they give you the teriyaki chicken and
The orange
the,
chicken. The
yeah,
orange chicken
the
is great.
fried rice, the chow mein, all that stuff. And people tell me like, that's not real Chinese food. I don't give a damn, dog. I love it. So
Yeah. It's like the Chinese restaurants. Welcome back, me. The Chinese restaurants are the Olive Garden of Italian restaurants, right? Like they're not considered to be real,
right,
but they're
right.
good. They're good
Right,
because
right. Because the Chinese food I saw out there, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm looking at that stuff. I'm like, damn, is that stuff dead? Ah,
damn. Yeah,
something along the line like a Panda Express. Give me some of that Chinese
right.
food.
No, I was gonna say that too. Panda Express, bro. It's like,
Yeah, man. I'll take the fake stuff. I'll take the Taco Bell of Mexican food.
hey,
So
bro.
comes to,
Let me see.
when it comes to Chinese food, I'll take their Taco Bell version. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because they say even orange chicken is not real Chinese food,
Yeah, but it's good,
but it's
man. It's
good.
great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
It is. It is. Yes,
All right,
it
so
is.
before we get into the subject, Fred, you were asking me about the pizza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, B, have you heard about New York pizza?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever thought of like, wow, how much better can the pizza be?
Uh, I have just because I love pizza. That's like my most favorite food ever. Uh huh.
Okay, listen, everybody. Okay, I said this the first time I went to New York, and I'm saying this the second time. Okay,
Mm,
First of all, I've never tasted bad pizza. And when I mean bad pizza, I mean like you take a bite and it's like, I'm not eating the rest of this. That I've never tasted. I've tasted pizza where it's like, this pizza kind of sucks, but it's still good enough to eat it all.
Yeah, yeah. Little Caesars, right? No, no. Hey, I'm just saying.
Okay.
We'll send
New
you.
okay, New York pizza. New York pizza. It's good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's good, but I don't see anything special in it. I don't taste anything where it's like, wow, man, now I get it. Now I
Yeah.
understand. Like they're big slices and you kind of fold them up like a taco,
Yes.
but there's nothing of substance for me to say like, oh man, you know what? Oh man, all the pizza out here sucks. It's like, no, no. I mean, hey, you go to New York, eat some pizza. It's good, but I don't. There's nothing special in it. Now, I will say there's a lot more pizza spots, and there's different type of pizza. Like the after I went to the boxing match on Sunday night,
Mhm.
I stopped at a pizza joint, just right outside, man. You're just walking down the street. You don't have to walk inside. It's just like open, just like that. And they do things with pizza that I don't see out here. Okay, that I will say. There was pizza with like some chicken. There was like some chicken, some mushroom, and it had like strips of some sauce on top of it. It's not tomato sauce or anything. And then there was another one that had like some meat and it had some stripping of some barbecue sauce. Like
Oh,
that,
wow.
that was different. That I don't see that out here. So in
Yeah.
that case, I'm like, okay, I could say it's different, but to say that it's better, I mean, I, if it is not by much, depending what slices of pizza you're having, but to me, maybe people just overrate it, and I went over there with high expectations, and I was just kind of like, well, it's all right, which
Yeah.
is it's good. It's good pizza. I'm not saying it's bad.
I'll say this, and then we'll we can move forward from there. But I'm gonna tell you what, I have never again in my life tasted a pizza that good since I was a kid. And my father, God rest his soul, he used to take me to Orange Julius and Salinas in the mall,
Mm.
and they used to sell New York style pizza by the slice. I have never again tasted a pizza that freaking good, bro. That good. And there's not really a bad pizza per se, but that good is like Orange Julius and never again, bro. And I even went later on in life. I went, but then it was like they changed the recipe, whatever it was. They got more modernized, and the pizza wasn't the same no more. Dude. But yeah, Orange Julius way back in the day, bro. That was
Okay.
awesome.
All right. I want to address two comments right here. Traveling Charlie, yes. The $1.50 it's like pizza to go. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's probably the best pizza I had that was out there. That was like the best, and it was good. Again, I'm not bragging on it. It was good. I'm just saying it wasn't anything special. But that $1.50, those spots right there, they're just you just walk on the sidewalk and it's like the dude's like right here, looking right at you. He's behind a counter. It's like, yeah, I'll have to get one of those. Cool. He gets them, throws them in, brings them out to you. That pizza is good. That pizza is good.
I
The
did that
Italian
before.
sandwiches, and like on the little corners, those are good too, man.
Yeah, I did the pizza thing before with the guys in the wall, but it's for $1.50 at Costco.
All right, I'll tell you guys where I've had the best pizza. A pizza that really blew the socks off. All right, and I'm going there next week. Believe it or not, there's this small little town called Cove Creek. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's north of Phoenix, Arizona. Again, I'm not saying Arizona has the best pizza. I'm saying this one spot in this little town north of Phoenix, that is the best pizza I have ever tasted. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
what's up, Duncan Chef?
hey, saludos.
Hey, B, what's the best pizza you've ever tasted?
It used to be a restaurant called Angelo's here in Pomona on Second Street.
Mm.
And it man, I've never had that tasting kind of pizza ever. It was when I was pregnant with my oldest also, so it was like extra pizza all the time. And just the flavor they had was like oregano. I can't even explain it. It was just so delicious. And a little bit after that, I guess they either went out of business or they relocated. They're gone, and I've never been able to have that same kind of tasting pizza ever again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Two things. First of all, Drunken Chef. I don't know what the name of the spot is called, but I'm sure you know that little town is Creek Cove or whatever. It's north of Phoenix. I don't know what the spot is called, but I remember where it's at. I remember. So I'm gonna be there next weekend. So I'm gonna go there and I'll take footage of it. I'll post it exactly where it's at because that's the best pizza I've ever tasted. Now, B, you said that was the best pizza you ever Cave Creek. I think that's it. I think that's it. B, you said that's the best pizza you've ever tasted. Is it really the best pizza or is it because you were pregnant? Because when chicks are pregnant,
Well,
their
yeah.
craving goes a little whack. Just be
Just a
real.
little. Just a little. But you know what? Because it does depend. Like with both my pregnancies, I wanted nothing but healthy stuff.
Mm,
Pizza, thank God, was one of the foods I was still able to eat. But like I'm a heavy coffee drinker throughout my pregnancy. Both times I was not able to drink coffee or soda. Like regular stuff like burgers would give me like asco, an upset stomach. It was all like celery sticks, salads, cold cut sandwiches. It was crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
okay.
they were healthy kids.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah. So that was my trip to New York City. I was all over New York, had a blast. You do so much walking out there. Gosh, you do so much walking. So again, if for anybody who finds themselves in New York, I'm not telling you not to eat pizza. Eat pizza. It's good, delicious, but at the same time, my whole life growing up, running into a few New Yorkers here and there, like, oh man, the pizza over there is much better. It's like, eh, yeah. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't all that. But not now.
So,
Next is Chicago. I want to go try Chicago
so
pizza.
if you did a blind test, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was California or New York pizza.
The New York pizza is a lot thinner, and the slices are a lot bigger.
Okay.
So that's one thing that would definitely stick out. So, but
They toast the bottom, right? So they don't just like Costco. It'll just like what? It'll just fall all over the place, dude. You gotta have, it's gotta be toasted in the bottom. But anyways, I'll stay off the subject because I'm not gonna get a pizza today. But after the show, I'm gonna go make me a quesadilla. Anyways,
all right. So we Chicago is pan pizza. All right, but I want to try Chicago pizza in Chicago. That is where pizza was actually. Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this. That is where pizza was actually born by an Italian, but in Chicago. People think that that's Italian food from Italy. No, it was invented in Chicago by an Italian, but in Chicago. So it's American made, baby. All right. Um, let's get into the story because I do want to get into the movies as well. Let's get into the story. So I I I, I just don't want to focus on the celebrity, but I think this can start up a conversation how we can throw it around. So we have Chris Brown. Is he a rapper or a singer? He's a singer, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the
Okay.
singer.
All right. Let me bring this up. Put it to the side. Okay, let's go ahead and let's check this video out.
A woman was kicked out of her home after spending more than $20,000 and having a close interaction with Chris Brown, but she now plans to sue her husband and attend another one of the singer's concerts. Chris Brown performed closely behind the woman while she smiled and enjoyed the moment. Her husband later placed her belongings outside and told her to leave their home. The woman used more than $20,000 from the couple's shared savings to pay for the experience. In her response, she made it clear that she did not regret attending the concert. She described the interaction as one of the best moments of her life and said she would happily experience it again. Even several days later, she said she was still excited about what happened. However, the woman previously said her husband had bought the concert tickets as a Mother's Day gift. At the time, she also claimed he was not upset about her interaction with Chris Brown. She now says his sudden change in attitude made her angry. She believes Chris Brown treated her more gently than her husband did. She plans to divorce him, sue him, divide their property, and attend Chris Brown's next concert. She also joked that she may give the singer a chance to pursue her. What do you
Okay. All right. Let's get into this because there are concerts and things like this where things like this happen, right? Okay. B, you're the woman on this. What's your thoughts?
That the husband's stupid. He's so exaggerating. Like, really? Okay, Chris Brown. Okay, he goes back way back. So I'm surprised he even had a concert, right? Because he hasn't done nothing in a very long time. But it's like he can pretty much have any woman he wanted to, I think, if he has the correct group of girls around. Why would the husband get all crazy like that and like, oh my God, and throw her stuff out and everything? Like, I don't know. I just think that was too over exaggerating.
On his part.
Yes, that's stupid.
Okay. All right. Fred, your thoughts?
If she's feeling that much about it, she could go and just keep in mind that that he'll probably, sock her up like he did Rihanna. No, not for no.
Yeah.
No. No.
Okay, wait, hang on. Did he suck up Rihanna? I heard he just bit her, or did he put hands on her like that?
No, he put hands on her, bro.
Okay, all right.
They
all right.
fought big time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, look, I can see it to an extent, but she's just, I think she's going overboard with the whole thing, her herself. But then again, look, I'm gonna say this: if they have children, I understand going out and having a good time, but in today's world and that kind of stuff, imagine, put yourself as a child and your mom come to pick you up, or whatever. They go, hey, your mom was the one on that video. Like, dude, that's just sad, bro. Like,
Mom's a freak.
Yeah, it's like, it's just there's ways to conduct yourself, and really at the end of the day, these people are entertainers, bro. And I think they're making I'm not trying to sound all bitter about it, man, but this is gonna get bad, dude. I mean, because this is one of two that has happened, and it's getting to be, I mean, I get it. That's awesome as far as that part, but I just think it's giving too much access to. I'll say it, to a nobody. That's what I'll say.
I don't understand what you're saying. What access to a nobody? Who's the
In other
nobody?
words, you're giving somebody 15 minutes of fame.
Which is
that's like, okay, and then now it's like all that, we don't know what really happened at home with the husband or whatever, because from what I had heard, she spent like $20,000 or something like that from him or something like that.
Yeah. They said she got it from the savings account.
Yeah. See, so I don't know, man. I don't see the. I mean, good for her, good for them if that's how they want to be entertained. But I don't know, man. She's lusting over regardless of celebrity status, she's lusting over another man.
Okay, all right. B, do you see anything wrong in what she did?
I personally wouldn't do it. Like Fred is saying, I have kids. I got shame, but it was a show. Look at what Usher did too with the other girl that he kicked down because she didn't want to be part of his little show up there. So, me personally, I wouldn't. That's way out there. but at the same time, it's like entertainment purposes only. I personally would not, but we don't know what kind of girl she is, or if that's normal behavior for her. I don't know. I just see it all as just entertainment.
Okay. Is there a lack of respect level for her husband on this?
I think there is. Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Because let's get to one part here in the video, and I had there's only so much I can put here on YouTube, but this part I have it paused. Now, the very bottom of the screen, you can't really see it, but he has her legs up like if he's smashing her down. It's quick, and you can't really see her, but that's what he's doing right here. I'm about to push play. That's what he's doing right here. He has her legs up and he's smashing her down. Okay. All right. Let me give my thoughts on this. I want to get back to Fred and B. Okay. All right. This look, to the to all this that, hey man, this is entertainment and it's all entertainment. Yeah, it is entertainment. Here's the thing. First of all, she's not a bad looking girl, but in my opinion, and I don't think this, I know this, she does not love her husband. She does not love a woman who loves her husband would not do something like this. Going up on stage, and maybe dancing a little bit to the music, getting some backstage passes or something of that sort. That's one thing. But allowing another man, regardless of his celebrity status or not, to grope her and use her like that as a prop. Hey, it's all entertainment. It's all for fun. Okay. Her, for her loving her husband and having respect for her husband, she would not allow that, which tells me plain and simple, she does not love her husband. Fred, if you had a woman, all right, and she was a big, I don't know if it's Chris Brown, I don't know, whoever the heck else is out there, man. I'm not cool and hip with the times. And she allowed to get herself groped like this and lay down on the bed and have the celebrity make move, put her legs up, and then yeah, they're wearing clothes, but he's over there groping up on her with his verga right up on her and everything.
Yeah.
What would your thoughts be, Fred? I mean, is it just entertainment to you?
No, it wouldn't be entertainment to me. I mean, my girl loves big puns, so I'm in like Flint over here, bro. So I'm good. No, no. Anyway, no. Seriously though, you know what? No, I think there is a lack of respect there, man. I think there's like I said, there's the kids involved. There's a stuff. Maybe she's having a. I don't know if she has any kids or she's how long she's been with her man or whatnot, but or how old she really is. But look, I see it like this. Let me put it to you this way, and maybe this is going a little too far, but I'm gonna put it out there. What she's doing right there, or for anybody that's doing that right there, tells me that if the whatever guy came around that could swoop her off her feet, she would leave. That's
Yeah.
what it's, you know. And she belongs to the streets, bro. At the end of the day, she needs to go. I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care how whatever anything. You got to go because you're a 304 in my book. Like, no, this is done.
Yeah, this is, and I'm sure there's people that are gonna be saying, you guys are being uptight. You guys are being no, that's not where it is. Listen, your woman should respect you.
Yeah.
Okay. If your woman doesn't respect you, she wouldn't put herself in that situation. And as soon as she saw that situation was getting a little too spicy, she would have walked off or told him like, okay, that's it, that's cool, that's enough. We're not gonna do all that. And here's the thing, okay. The thing is of like, hey, you know what? Women want respect. Women want respect. Okay, well, you got to respect yourself first to allow yourself to do this. Okay, what people are saying, some people are saying on the chat, like, hey, she's a groupie, she belongs to the streets. Yeah, well, that's the way she's acting.
Yeah.
And if she's married, this is somebody's wife.
Yeah.
The dude, she's married. Like, yeah, no, dog, this isn't cool. This is not cool. Her being up there like that, dancing, what she's doing right there, that's cool. That's fine. She's enjoying the music.
Yeah.
She's dressed up a little bit sexy because she's at a concert. I'm assuming she's a Chris Brown fan. All right, cool. Freedom it. Go out, go have a good time and all that.
Mhm.
They picked you to go up on stage. Okay, but to do this, I know you can't really see it where he's got you on the bed with your legs up like that. Like, no, nah,
Yeah.
Charlie, homie, it ain't no,
You,
that's another level. She does not respect her man. She does not love her man. And you're right, Fred. She's either being with another dude already. I think she's either being with another dude or has been with other dudes, but for dang sure, she is not loyal to her man.
I also think that if that's on stage, bro, imagine what she would do if she went backstage. Let's put it out there, bro. Come on, man. You're gonna try to hide it with entertainment. Oh no, like no, yeah, she's totally into that, bro. I mean, I get it, And look, don't get me wrong. If a woman goes out, girls' night out, and they go out and they're doing the male stripper thing or whatever, and they play around with them a little bit, whatever the case is one thing, to an extent, right? To an extent, because they really can't touch you for that matter. This dude's all over her. He's kissing her and everything, bro. Like this is and I mean, good for him. I'm not trying to hate on that part. I mean, good for him. But the bottom line is she's married, bro. And that's just I think it's disrespectful. Let's put this shoe on the other foot. Let's just say Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj, and they pulled one of us up on stage, and we did that. They'd be like, "Oh, she like what a dirtbag," and all this other. It's a double standard, But yeah, I think she should respect herself, bro. See, that's
Okay, all right. Do you think that she loves her husband?
You know what? She probably does. She probably does. That she respects him, no, because again, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do something like that, and I'm not even with Cupcake, and that goes back to just my self-respect. I don't need people watching me get humped on. Period. I don't know. Like you were saying that people were making comments that she's for the streets. She's probably very comfortable with all that stuff. But like I was saying earlier, okay, for the husband to divorce her and everything, I think it was extreme. To be pissed, yes. To be humiliated, hell yeah, because damn well he must have family. I don't know if he has parents or brothers, sisters, but to be the guy that Chris Brown dry humped his wife up on stage, that should be like horrible. That's just my take.
So you're saying, okay, B, are you saying that he shouldn't divorce her?
No, not for this. No.
Okay. What? So he should be upset and he should deal with it. How so?
Well, it sounds like they come from money because I've never had 20 grand in my bank account at one time altogether. So for her to be able to access that amount of money, I don't know if she works. I don't know what they do. But, like, I don't know, do some kind of domestic, what is it called? I'm sorry. Do some kind of domestic like intervention or something, because yeah, that's not cool, that's not cool. It's the same thing, like think about it, us girls, okay, like you guys go, for instance, the way that he's dancing with her right there, picture us watching you guys go to a bachelor party and a stripper dancing all over you guys. It's kind of on the same, like, it's, I don't know, the same level kind of, because it's the dancing and it's all exotic, and it ain't cool. So if I know well enough, I wouldn't be okay with watching my man getting felt up and a butt crack in his face or whatever it is they do. It just, I don't know, but to get a divorce, I don't think so, because I just, I don't know, I think a divorce is extreme. But yeah, like, maybe he should have just bust a Chris Brown and slapped her around or something. I don't know. I'm not okay with it though. I don't think it was okay for her.
Fred, is this somewhere along the line? Is B right on this, Fred? Is this something along the line like if a dude goes to a strip joint and gets a lap dance?
No, I would say no, because again, it's like they're only doing it to a certain extent. Unless you get some strippers from Figueroa or Kern Street over here in Salinas, and that's a different story. But I'm saying, like, they they only go to a certain extent, because legally they can't be touching you or whatever. Um, but I'm saying, but see, okay, but then again, and I'm not condoning that it's right, but you have a group of friends that are together for that one last night or whatever, say a bachelor party or whatever. But you got here in millions of people, and let's just face it. Let's go back to this. We're living in a day and time now where everything's being recorded. So I still think it's wrong, bro. I think it's we don't know what's been going on with in their relationship, prior to this. But again, I go back to this. If she's doing this and getting all, she's thriving off the vibe still, and she's still excited days after. We don't know if she went home and said, "Oh, you're trash, dude. You this and that. I could have somebody like that." And and she may have said jokingly, if he wants to pursue me." She might be lightweight serious saying that stuff, bro, thinking that she's gonna get something out of it, bro. She's just entered her 15 minutes of fame, bro. Like, that's the thing. It's like she just got used for a show. That's it. Where does she feel that she has all this, whatever? I just think it's a mess, bro. It's a mess, and for her she had to down talk her man for him to feel that way, bro. And he's pretty much done with it. I think so, in that sense of it. And I don't blame the guy at the end of the day if that's the case.
Okay, Fred, why what B said? Why is this different from a man going to a strip club and getting a lap dance?
Again, they cannot physically be touching you like all crazy like that, or groping you that way, bro.
Well, I mean, look, I'm gonna be fair and honest here. Look, I've been to strip clubs, homie, and they
Yeah, no,
they get pretty handsy, homes. You know what I mean? They let loose a little bit. I mean, they do it with all types of other vatos, so you got to watch out. What part of their body's touching you, but. I mean, yeah, I mean, depending on what strip joint, I don't go to strip clubs anymore. It's been many, many years. I've changed my all right,
Hey,
but I'm
hey,
saying they get pretty touchy, dog.
in LA, I went to the Tropicana years ago. It's not there no more. I know that. But anyways, we'll get off that subject. Anyways, but yeah, no, but you know what, man? I just think this is a little bit. I think this is a little bit different because we're talking about celebrity here. I think that's the difference. And then again, God knows what she told her man. What she's been telling her man. Behind closed doors, if she's making them feel less of, if she's like, whatever the case is, bro, I think it could be yeah, it could be bad, bro. So there is a difference. There is a difference. Like yeah, like Eddie there said, if Selma Hayek, bro, was one thing, okay,
Okay. Wait, but Eddie Vega is saying Selma Hayek with a python. Okay, hang on there, Eddie Vega. All right. We're gonna mute you. Okay, Selma Hayek. Okay, Fred. Selma Hayek with a python. All right,
Yeah.
Fred. Do you think B knows what movie that's from?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's not enough information. Okay. All right. Do you think she's seen the movie, Fred? Do you think she's seen that?
I think so.
Okay, I think she's seen the movie, but I don't think Selma Hayek with a python is enough for her to vividly remember what movie it is. All right, let's find out. Let's find out.
I say she does, and I'll tell
All
you
right,
what.
Eddie Vega brought up Selma Hayek with a python. Okay, B, do you know what movie we're talking about? Selma Hayek with a python.
I think it's like El Dorado or something. It has like a name like that. You know what? I've seen that part because a weirdo sent me the clip, and then like she pours like a drink on her foot, right? That's that whole part.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I think you're confusing it with Desperado.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well, then no.
Okay, no,
Same director, same writer. It's Robert Rodriguez.
she's in that one too. But okay, so the clip that was sent to you has Selma Hayek almost naked with a python, though, right?
I think so, yeah. And then they're like pouring a drink off her foot, and she's like feeding it to the guy in his mouth or something. Yeah. They were trying to pay me $200 to give them freaking beer in their mouth off my foot. How disgusting is that?
Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere. All right, this conversation's getting good. Okay, all right, so okay, so B, the movie is From Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney. It's they go into a bar, they're thieves, they're crooked, and they're trying to get away from the United States. They kidnap a family and they go hang out at a bar. They're supposed to wait there from dusk till dawn. And lo and behold, guess what? There's a bunch of vampires inside. Everybody inside that bar is a bunch of vampires. So great movie, by the way, man. And great scene. Eddie Vega. Gosh, dog, give yourself a nice pat on the back. But okay. So something like that, B. So some dude that hit you up and say, "Hey, can you do that for me?"
Yeah.
You being married, you're getting paid for it. Would you do that? You're not having sex with the guy. You're not kissing the guy.
No, I would not. No,
Okay,
no.
Okay. As a woman, I don't give me the like. Hey, if she finds that okay, no. As a woman, your thoughts and your opinion. If a woman were married and she said that she's gonna do that, what would your thoughts be?
They're probably hurting for money. Cause I would not. I can't. Again, it goes not even for cupcake. It's for myself. Period. Like, what is that? It's like I don't know. I don't want to say like it would be prostitution, but it's just way out there for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I won't be able to.
Okay,
I don't want nobody touching me or sucking on my toe. That's disgusting. No.
but again, just your personal thoughts, opinions, feelings. If another girl that was married said, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this. It's not sex. It's not like I'm cheating on my husband, and I'm getting paid for it. So well, screw it." What would you not?
I would think she's way out there, and I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I don't know. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But I wouldn't really judge her like, oh, she's a this or a that. I'd just be like, ew, they're really gonna suck your toe and you're cool with that? Like, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. To me, it's just gross.
What would
But
you
to each
think
their
about?
own.
Okay, what would you think
It's,
about her husband?
that sucks. Because again, we all need to put ourselves in the mentality that you don't do what you don't want done to you. But then the more you live, the more you learn, and it's crazy that there's a lot of like couples out there that love all this kind of stuff, and they're okay with their partners doing things with other people. So it goes back to that whole, what is your lifestyle then? If is your man gonna be okay with it? It's just weird. I don't know, but it sucks.
So don't do what you don't want done to
Don't.
you.
Yeah, be
Okay.
respectful.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Everybody's always so quick to, can you believe what she did? But then, when he's the one doing it, it's like not really a big deal, and it shouldn't be like that either.
I agree.
okay. So don't. Okay. So if you want your toe sucked, make sure you're ready to suck somebody else's toe. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was offered a lifetime supply of Coca-Cola if I poured Coca-Cola down my leg and let somebody drink off of it. A
Drink
lifetime
off.
supply of Coca-Cola.
Would it drip off the big toe, Fred, or the pinky toe?
Whichever. I said, hell no. Like, nah, bro, I wouldn't do that stuff.
Okay. All right. So, going to this, because this story, I think it can relate in so many ways. It's not just with celebrities on what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, and I think. Okay, Fred. Okay, Fred. So B is saying that B is saying that this is not divorce worthy, Fred. Are you on board with B, or are you saying like, you know what, Chade, we're done?
No, I say it's over, bro. I say it's done. I say, because you know what? Because look, here's one thing, and that's another good point though that homeboy brought up. But I'll tell you what, I say it's over because of this, man. Because today we're living in a world again, and I say this all the time. We're living in a world of social media. People believe they have options. People think the grass is greener on the other side. So something like this, she probably went home and made that man feel like crap. Not only that, he's busting his butt to have that amount of money in the bank for her to just get it and be like, hey, check it out. Boom. Now get this. Now they go out to get Chinese food, and then they'll be like, hey, that's the chicken that was with Chris Brown. And you're like, man, that's my lady, dog. Like, that's not cool, man. Nobody wants to deal with that. Let me ask this question. Would anybody, or man to man here? Sorry, B, I'm not gonna ask Cholo this. Would you marry would you marry a porn star?
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just saying, it's just
Oh no! Look what you did to B. You got
I
her.
think she stepped out.
Oh man! As soon as you said that, she's gone, man. Hey, B, B, I, B, I love and appreciate you. I'm so sorry for my compadre, uh, Fred over here, who does not know how to respect a lovely lady. Son of a gun. Thank you, B. See, and now that I'm done apologizing, she's back. Fred, you should reach
I'm
out to her.
sorry.
Okay, well, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I said sorry, B, but I was gonna go there, But
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
so you're asking me if I would marry a porn star. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, Tito Ortiz did, and look what happened with him. Okay. Look. And I don't. I think I've shared this one time, never on the round table, but I think on one of my trucker lives. Okay. Look, I used to live before I changed my life. I used to live a different life. Okay. I used to be a big time womanizer. All right, like a big time womanizer. It didn't matter. Be with all. It didn't matter. The friend, cousin, the mom. It just didn't matter. I dated a stripper and I dated a bartender, would I do that today? No, I would not. Back then, would I? Yes, I would have. Why? Simply for all the fantasy that every sick dude has, right? It's like, oh man, you're with a porn star. Now, would I have married her? No. Hell no, I wouldn't marry her. But would I have been with one as like, hey, that's my lady or whatever? Like, I don't know about that part. But yes, like kick it like that and everything. Yes. But marry? No, no. Now today, it wouldn't even be a question in my mind. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be with a bartender. I wouldn't be with a stripper. I wouldn't be. There's so many professions out there that people could say like, "Hey, it's an honest living." That I would not be with a woman like that because what it causes her to do. I wouldn't be with a girl that works at Hooters. That's a waitress at Hooters.
Yeah.
Anything that puts her in a position where she has to look super sexy and dolled up and be around a bunch of dudes that are going to be lusting over her in that sense, count me out. Now, there's other dudes that would be with that chick. Okay, fine. That's fine by them. But me, myself personally, no, I wouldn't. At least not anymore and going forward in my life. So, no,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't.
Did it? Yeah. Well, that's about right. That sums it up. I mean, and again, I don't know how she made him feel. You know, if she down talked him and whatever she might have.
I mean, look, who's to say that she didn't go back and have incredible sex with her husband because she was so turned on, and then he found out about this later. You know,
You know,
who's to
yeah,
say that? You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Well, that's true.
Right.
Too.
Okay, so B, I'm alongside with Fred here. I think if she did that, for one, and I said this already. I said this already. If a girl does that, to me, B, I can kind of agree with you that hey, maybe she does love him, but for damn sure she doesn't respect him.
Yeah.
And and I think women need to get something straight. Okay, like get this lady, any lady watching, get this straight. All right. I mean, women say what they want from a man all the time. To a man, to a man, most thing he wants from his woman is respect. All the love, all that stuff, all that's good, that's great. That's all a bunch of side dressing. That's all that's not the main dish on the plate. Okay, that's not the main course on the plate. That's all the sides. That's all the beans and rice and all that stuff. But the number one thing that a man would appreciate more than anything else from his woman is respect. And when a woman disrespects her man, especially in this way, right? Whether it's celebrity or not, that is so crushing. That is so crushing that even going forward, years from now, I'm not sure that he's gonna be able to ever look at her the same. They can go ahead and work it out, maybe, and maybe the relationship will be 99% what it was, but it will never be 100% because she broke that respect in a major way. So for me, I'm kind of gonna agree with Fred on this one. I think maybe you should now throwing her stuff out there. I don't know, Fred. Are you done with that? That's kind of a high number.
Nah, no, not that. And you know what? I'm gonna be real and respectful about it because that's how I honestly see it. If it's over, bro, just be like, you know what, man? I don't wish bad on you, yada yada yada, whatever the case is. But you got to go. It's over, bro. That's it. That's it. You got to go. There's no return policy from that, bro, at all. You know, there's not a return policy for it. You know, I don't care what smoke screen, how people spin it, whatever. There's not a return policy on that. You got to go. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, B. What if he didn't do that? What if he just said like, and he didn't come out publicly, but he just said like, hey, you know what? we're done. Because I'm with you, B. Like that was overboard. Like I don't know, man. That's kind of a chick move. Let me throw all your stuff out, and that's I can see how women can be turned off by a guy doing that. That's
I've had my stuff. I've had my stuff thrown out many times, so whatever. But it's just, I just feel like the divorce, it was way too extreme. I'm not saying because he was a celebrity. I'm just saying because it was on stage and everybody seen, so it wasn't really like actual penetration. But at the same time, like I said, I don't agree with it because it goes back to the whole thing. Like you're saying that a man wants respect always, period. So do we. Those are like our main arguments always. Like give me my place and respect me. So why would she think in her head, oh, just because it's Chris Brown, this is okay? I don't know. Again, I think it was way too much. But again, we need to know what's their backstory, how they get along, that the respect for him is not there. Clearly it's not. That the divorce, I think that was way too much. But who knows? Maybe she's a cheater and he has already been through this with her before and this was the final straw for him. Who knows? I think there's probably a little bit more of a backstory that caused all this to really boil over, and we just caught this Chris Brown humping down on stage, story. So I don't know. Because why would she make that comment? Oh, now that I'm getting a divorce, maybe I'll let Chris Brown pursue me. Like, she's still bragging about it. Like, relax and shut your mouth. Like, you're already thrown out. You're already getting divorced. You're already, it's like, what are you doing?
Well, see, it's a sign, by her saying that, it's a sign that she don't care. She said that,
Yeah.
we didn't hear her say it. They said she said it joking, but she's really probably a little more serious than we actually think. She's feeling she has options now.
She has options with Chris Brown.
Yeah, bro, if she has a chance. It's just like the other girl, and moving a little forward with the Usher, and she said the reason she didn't participate with Usher is because she wanted Chris Brown.
Let's play that audio. I don't have that video, but let's play a little bit of that audio. I don't want to play the video because it's TMZ, and I'm not sure if we'll get thrown off. So I'm just gonna play the audio. So basically, let me go ahead and set the story up for you guys. I think it was the same concert, was it not, Fred?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, the concert was Chris Brown and Usher, and girls were, I think, like randomly chosen or whatever to go up there. And this girl, we're about to play the audio. She was on TMZ. She was there for Chris Brown, not for Usher, but they put her on stage with Usher. And she wasn't really feeling it. And Usher was kind of doing the same thing that Chris Brown was doing to this chick. But this chick wasn't feeling it because she doesn't see Usher like that. She wants Chris Brown, right? So let me go ahead and let me play this audio here.
Why weren't you into it?
It wasn't that I was into it. I was approached and upgraded.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Do it.
It wasn't that I was into it. I was approached first and upgraded to VIP, and they don't give you any instructions on who, what, when, where, or how.
They didn't tell you they were going to pull you on stage?
They told me that it was a possibility of me going on stage, but they didn't confirm that until it was closer to time for me to go on stage. And of course, you're getting to go up on stage. Why would I decline that? People are pulling the narrative that I'm in a relationship or whatever the case may be. No one can tell me the reasoning as to why I said yes to getting on stage. But you also don't know who you're going on stage for or with.
I want to kind of pick up what you put down there. You said, I didn't know who I was going to be pulled up on stage with. The way I see it, there are two people. There's Usher and there's Chris Brown. And that means that you were banking on Chris Brown and you got Usher and you would have been more into it with Chris Brown. Am I reading this right?
Me solely, I went to the concert for Chris Brown. It's nothing against Usher or anything like that, but I'm more of a Chris Brown fan than I am of Usher. So, of course, it would have been a different reaction with Chris Brown. It wouldn't been the stiffness or whatever the internet is portraying.
So you, after what happened, some of the fans were getting on you, saying you had no business being on stage. I thought your response to them was interesting. You explained that their team approached you and moved you to VIP before the show even started. And then you said, pretty privileges, something you hoes will never know about.
That post.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I there's so many things I want to touch on when it comes to this. Okay, so first of all, doesn't I thought Usher has herpes, doesn't he?
Don't know.
Am I wrong on that? Anybody in the chat? B, do you know? Doesn't Usher have herpes? B?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He does have herpes. Yeah.
Okay, because there's video of him like trying to do the same thing that Chris Brown was doing to this other chick, and he's got herpes. I'm just saying, if I knew a chick had herpes and she was grinding up all over me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, nah, we're good. It ain't gonna happen. But okay. Adi Famila said, yeah, he does. Okay, all right, and he's still doing these things. Okay, all right. So basically, this chick is saying that basically, had it been Chris Brown, she would have been down with it, but because it wasn't, she's not down with it. And then I like what she said at the end there, because it's exactly so many things that I touch on when people talk about so many other things. Where she says she has pretty privileges because she's good looking. Fred, what's your thoughts?
I honestly think, bro, she's just another one that's living in the 15 minutes of fame, bro. I mean, come on, the pretty privileges, saying that she preferred Chris Brown over Usher. That's telling me she's down to do whatever with Chris Brown as well. If she's going, she basically, it just paints a picture to me of what would happen backstage. And then she went ahead, I don't know if you guys know this, she went ahead and put a picture of her and her man, her boyfriend, and said that this is the reason why she didn't, she didn't do the thing with Usher or some to that effect, right? I beg the difference that it had it been Chris Brown, that it would have been a whole different story, bro.
Okay.
I just think that you know what, man? I think that here's what I mean by this, because in overall, I don't think any man's gonna put up with that, bro. And if they don't want to do that, they should be single and just be like, whatever, if they want to be out there and do whatever, bro, that's fine.
Okay, I got something to say about that, Fred. I got something to say about that. But let's move on to B. What's your thoughts on this?
Okay. Let me tell you guys. I get pretty privileged all the time. I'm not saying I consider myself to be the best thing under the sun. I always say I'm a 6. I've seen better. I've seen worse. That I'm constantly getting special treatment, like she said, pretty privilege. I do. I constantly get, advances thrown at me and suggestions and, invitations, and it's a lot. And I'm going to tell you, it goes all the way back again to self-respect. She held back. I agree with what we're all saying, all three of us. If it would have been Chris Brown, it would have been a different story. That she's throwing out there and bragging about pretty privilege. I don't know. I just always feel like we need to always stay humble. But just because you're giving pretty privilege doesn't mean you need to take it. It's like, where is your self-respect? I'm going to share a little insight with you guys on a situation that I was put in last year, where it's a known producer. He was running this project and, he gave me the pretty privilege. Okay. He had several castings. And because I didn't want to go along with what he was offering me, that was way more than just the lead, he shut down the entire production. And that goes back to me, that goes back to my morals, that goes back to Asco. How the heck am I gonna sit here and really go along with something just because it is something, an opportunity thrown at me? No, no. If a guy is gross and ugly, he's gross and ugly. You're not gonna change my mind on that or make me fold because of who he is or what connections he has. No, no is no. I've always wanted to be known for my worth ethic, not for my looks or what, I've done to get there. That, no. So I don't agree with her throwing out there the pretty privilege. That was a degrading comment. And again, I'm not being a hater in any way. I'm not down talking her in any way. That's just my opinion on myself. And, the way I would think most women should conduct themselves, because it all goes back to the whole respect. All of us complain we get no respect, but then yet we have the handful of girls that do questionable things like that, and then we all lose because of them, and it's not fair. It sucks.
V, I appreciate your candid honesty on that. And yes, V, you are an attractive lady. Okay. And I appreciate the honesty to the pretty privileges, right? It's something that I've been thrown. Well, first of all, I want to go back to what Fred was saying, and then I'll talk about what you're saying. Fred, what you're saying, like, hey, you know what? If she should be single, and if she wants to go off and do something like that, me myself personally, I'm gonna tell everybody this, man. If a girl is single and she's doing that, I'm not looking her direction, Holmes.
No, exactly.
Even if she's single, if she's allowing herself to be propped like that, like a sex toy up on stage or to check with anybody, right? That's why I said I wouldn't even date a hyena from Hooters or Twin Peaks or anything of that sort, dog. So even if she's single, I would be like, yeah, no.
Exactly. But her friends are probably like, hell yeah, girl, girl, you go. There's no future in that for them.
And you know what? And that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing, because some of these ladies surround themselves. It's just like vatos that surround themselves with dudes, man, that keep getting them in trouble and stuff. Those are your road dogs. Those are my homies. Same thing, man. You got girls that do this stuff, and they surround themselves with other girls. Just like, don't listen to the haters. They're just hating. And everything, and putting themselves, valuing themselves, rating themselves more and more and more. Where no high value man is gonna take them serious, and all they're gonna do is attract a bunch of trashy dudes. And now they're gonna believe that all men are garbage, when it's like, no, all men around you, all men that come to you are garbage, because all the good men, they're not looking your way, girl. Yes, they can see that you're attractive, but long term, there's nothing there. They got no respect for you. They're not looking for anything long term with you. The whole the pretty privileges. I agree with you 1,000%. I like the fact that you were honest about it, and that, hey, you know what, girls do get pretty privileges, and also dudes get certain privileges as well. And this is what I've talked about before, where people bring up things like they like racism, right? And I'm like, well, I don't think everybody's gonna feel that effect. Let's get two black dudes, right? Forget the celebrity status. Forget their celebrity status. We're gonna get Flavor Flav, right? Flavor Flav,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get Denzel Washington. All right, both black dudes, but you're not gonna tell me that both guys are gonna have the same experience growing up. Forget about the celebrity status. Just let's say they work for selling insurance.
Mhm.
They work selling insurance. One guy's gonna be treated a different way than the other guy. And not just that, but even when it comes to men in the workplace, which is why fellas need to be very, very careful. And this is kind of the unfair part, B. is the fact that if a woman finds a man attractive and the man gives her a compliment like, "Wow, hey, you look good today, girl. Look at that tight little skirt or something." Like, maybe it doesn't even have to go that far. It could just be like your hair. It could just be something like, "Hey, you're looking sexy today, girl. You know what? Uh, you look great." Or something of that sort, right? Because the girl finds that man attractive, even though she's married or has a man or she's single or whatever it may be, right? That makes her feel good about herself. It's unfortunate that if there's like you said, B, that there's an Oscar disgusting guy, right? He's a hideous looking dude, gives you the exact same compliment with the exact same intentions. Now the woman's going to HR because of sexual harassment. Now she feels creeped out. This dude is over here, he's giving her Oscar and everything. Yeah, the guy had the exact same intentions with the exact same compliment. Like, hey, you know what? Looking good today. One of them made you feel good because the guy's handsome, and the other one creeped you out because the guy's ugly. That's kind of the unfair point as well.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav. Yeah, I just thought I'd bring up Flavor Flav, man. But I think it was. Go for it, Freddie.
And it's like I've said this before. It's like everybody's talking about, before about Diddy and all this other stuff he was doing, right? Whatever he was doing behind closed doors, it's come out to the public, right? Whatever he was doing. Okay. But then everybody's all, Diddy, all this, right away. Everybody's, oh, yeah. But a few years before that, a lot of people went to that 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
So the same thing you said right now, Cholo, is what I'm going to say right now about 50 Shades of Grey. And I've said this before. Don't change the script. Don't change anything to the movie. The only thing we're going to do is take the lead character of the man, Mr. Grey. We're going to remove that actor out of there and put John Goodman in the role. And it's the same story. But now only now it changes, right? The dynamics change a little bit. Am I right or wrong?
Man, if you put Al Bundy in there, man, I think that'd be pretty cool, dog.
But you see what I'm saying, though. Like now, it's like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So when it comes to this, like pretty privilege or handsome privilege or whatever it may be, you're exactly right. You're touching on what I was touching on. So basically, a lot of women, found that book and that movie a certain way to turn on and everything, right? Because when they're reading the book, they're picturing a picture perfect guy. When they're watching the movie, they're seeing, a handsome dude, right? But you're right, Fred. If the movie were to come out and it had, Ed O'Neill or Danny DeVito or John Goodman as the guy, they'd be like, "What the hell?" They would look at that guy and be like, and they would look at that guy and say, "This dude is a creep. This guy needs to be locked up."
Yeah.
He should, but because he's an attractive man, it's like, "Oh, okay, that's a little bit of a turn on." But if you switch it around and it's an older, unattractive dude, hey, that guy belongs in jail. You know what? Because look how creepy. Yeah. That sucks. That's unfortunate. It's the unfortunate part of life. But yeah, no. B, any thoughts on that?
What if we put Kevin James up in there? I'll take it. No.
Kevin James, I think might be like the Mason Dixon line, like right in the middle, where it's like, it's.
I like fat boys, so I really like him.
Okay, I think Kevin James Fred is like right on the line where chicks might accept it.
Yeah,
I would, and then he has a big forehead, so yeah, I'm all in.
Did you see the movie Solo Meal?
No.
it's with Kevin James. Solo. It's called
Uh,
Solo Meal.
all his movies suck though, Fred.
No, you know what? That's for me. If you never
Uh,
see it, you need to see it. It's pretty good. I thought it was good.
I've seen a movie that you recommended, Fred, and I didn't like it. I'm telling everybody this. I like Kevin James. I'm a fan of Kevin James. I still watch to this day. I still watch reruns of The King of Queens.
King of Queens. Yep.
Yes, I love Kevin James. But his movies are terrible. I'm not talking about a movie that he's in, because he can be in a movie and the movie's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm like the movie Grown Ups. He wasn't like the main character. He
Yeah,
was
no,
one.
yeah, he was good.
He was one of the main characters.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like a lead movie, like Paul Blart and all those movies. His movies,
Oh no.
Mall
Yeah.
Cop. Yeah.
his movies suck. But yeah, all right. Well, that's our thoughts on all of that, man.
You know.
As B said, do what was it B? Don't do what you don't want done.
Don't do what you don't want done to you. Yeah. It's like, like always, when everybody's doing it, it's okay. And then the moment they do it to you, oh my God, everybody has a heart attack. Like there's a saying in Spanish, primero se llevan y luego no aguantan.
Yeah.
Mm,
Y el que se enoja pierde. Anyway.
Yes.
que se enoja bien.
And it's true. Oh my God. Yes, it's true.
You
Mhm.
know,
Hey, wait, by the way, like I just can't. I want to get to some movies real quick, but you know how I just came back to New York. I was like in this Colombian area. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the food, I fell in love with like that part of Queens and the women, the women, the way they speak Spanish with the Colombian accent. Oh, it's nice, man. It's very nice, and I really enjoyed the food. I really enjoyed the food. Maybe that's what I need. I need to go get myself a colombiana, man. I don't know. We'll see.
before we move forward, I got to tell you guys this. I used to work in Monterey. That's out here. I used to work at this place, and we went out for break one time, and one of my buddies, he went across the street, and we're not talking the big street. We're just talking the two lane. Across the street was walking because we used to work right next to the Monterey Plaza Hotel, which is the celebrity hotel when the celebrities come for the golf and all that stuff out here. Kevin James was out there walking around. My one of my buddies tried to talk to him, and yeah, it didn't go good, bro. But yeah,
Really?
Kevin James, yeah. But he was out there. He's a pretty big guy, man. I thought he'd be kind of like short and stocky. No, he was pretty tall, bro. Like damn, I pictured him shorter in the movie. Though, like damn, But I didn't say nothing to him. I was like, "Hey, what's up, fool?" No, not for those. I mean, Oprah Winfrey. My nephew met Oprah Winfrey out there too as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You see a lot of celebrities out there too as well. But anyways, we move on with the movies.
Okay. Did you run into Fat Joe and 50 Cent? Okay, 50 Cent, no. Believe it or not, I actually was not that far from Fat Joe because I went to a fight on Sunday, which was on Zuffa. It was on Paramount Plus. I went to the Edgar Berlanga fight, and it's a small little theater in Madison Square Garden, and Fat Joe was there. He was sitting not too far from me. He was sitting not too far. I don't know why they call him Fat Joe. He's not fat anymore.
He's not fat no more. Yeah,
No, he's not fat anymore. So yeah, I did see him.
Like my size now.
But yeah. So I did see him, not like super close, but close enough. I definitely, Flaco Joe. That should be his name. Flaco Joe now. Flaco Joe.
And that was crossing the street. Oh man.
All right, B, have you seen any movies, girl? B. I think B is driving. Slim Joe. Yeah, he's not fat. That's for dang sure, man. All right, Fred. Hit us with some movies, dog, because I saw some movies on the plane ride over there and on the plane ride back.
Okay.
Give it to us, Fred.
Oh, which one? Oh, which ones I saw? Okay, the ones I saw. The one I saw in the theater was Evil Dead Burning or Evil Dead Burn. The Evil Dead. It's like the fourth or fifth one in that saga or whatever you want to call it. It's a horror flick. It was pretty good, man. That was it's almost like a zombie flick, if you will, man. But I thought it was good. And if you like Evil Dead and you like kind of stuff that kind of creeps you out a little bit, I wouldn't say scary, but just kind of creepy a little bit. That's a good one, bro. That's one I saw in the theaters, bro. I saw that in the theaters.
Evil, Evil Dead, but you're saying it's a franchise?
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that in the theater. My girl and I went to go see that in the theater. And then there was also we watched and this is on Netflix, 72 Hours, I think it is, with Kevin Hart.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I know which one you're talking about, but I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. I thought it was all right. You know, it was funny. It had me rolling for a little bit. You know, the generation gap. You know, he was 40 years old. They thought he was ancient and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean,
are you recommending it, Fred?
No. I'm just saying I saw this. I wouldn't really.
Okay.
The Evil Dead. If you're a fan, yes, I recommend it.
Okay. For somebody that has never seen an Evil Dead movie, do you recommend watching the franchise?
Yeah, I would. Because it's really out there, bro. It's really out there. That's what.
B, have you seen one of the Evil Dead movies?
No, none. I never even heard of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
but B, you like horror flicks though, right?
Yeah, that's all I watch actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Fred, again, man, did you do a background check on B before we brought her on the show, dog? Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, actually, I found out she likes Kevin James.
That's my fat boy.
Oh man. Okay, I guess I kind of see a resemblance to Johnny Cupcake and Kevin James now.
You know what? Hold on, Derek. You know what? When I walked up to the box office, I was obsessed. Oh, I talked about that last time.
Yeah.
I want to see the Odyssey still in the theaters, but when you said Evil Dead Burn was crazy. When I walked up to the box office and bought the ticket, the guy told me, dude, that movie, the Evil Dead movie, is crazy from the beginning to the end. And he was right. It's like really out there, bro. It's
okay.
Really out there.
Okay, B, are you going to make it a point to watch the Evil Dead movie? So, Fred, there's 5 of them?
I believe, I don't even know. There's 3, 4, 5, and I think there's 5 in a remake or something like that.
And they're all good.
Yeah, I would say yeah, bro. I was there. Actually, I like this one better than the last one they had.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check them out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out. I'm gonna trust Fred.
Hey.
Oh man, the last movie he recommended to me was terrible, man.
Which one are you talking? Running Man 2? No,
the Running Man, dog. You recommended the remake of not the Arnold Schwarzenegger man, but the remake of the Running Man. I thought that was I thought that movie sucked, dog.
I still liked it, man. I liked it.
Oh gosh.
You know what? One thing about Evil Dead though that I will say, the first one was from the 80s. The first 3 are from like the 80s and 90s. So that might, you might be late to the party on that one now. But if you watch the remake might be good too, though.
Okay. All right. Look, I went ahead and I watched movies on the way to New York. Okay, and on the flight back. There's this movie called The Lost Bus with Matthew McConaughey. I highly recommend it. Fred, you as a former school bus driver, you should check it out. It's based on a true story on the fire that took place in Northern California and how he was caught behind the fire lines with kids in his bus. It's a really good movie. I recommend it. It's called The Lost Bus with Matthew McConaughey. I also watched a movie called Greyhound with Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that one was badass. It's ships that are taking cargo, they're taking supplies. It takes place during World War II, and they have to cross the Atlantic. And right in the middle of the Atlantic, they don't have any air support. And the Germans, the Nazis, they have built these ships that are able to go under. I forgot the name of it. They're like U-52 ships or something like that.
Yes.
And without the air support, it's like, man, like so many hours that they go without air support, that the Americans and the Allies are crossing the Atlantic, and with that space right there in the Atlantic, they cannot have any air support because there's not enough fuel for the planes, right?
Okay.
And they have to go through the battle. It is badass, man. I really, really enjoyed that movie.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
check
that was a really good one. And then I also watched Warfare, based on a true story of Navy SEALs in Afghanistan. I forgot what year it was. Look, that movie, if I'm gonna recommend it in a sense, if you're a big war junkie like I am and really enjoy military movies, go ahead and watch it. Okay. You're not gonna get as much out of it. When the movie's over, there is a little bit of unsatisfaction where you're just kind of like, ah, like that's it. Like, okay, all right. You know, they pumped up the movie pretty big as the movie's going on. As the movie is building up, you're getting pumped up. You're like, wow, man, something big is gonna happen. Something it's gonna come. Wow, I can't wait to see what happens. And you never really get there. The movie kind of comes to an end, and you're just kind of like, ah, man, okay, I was a little let down. But if you're a war junkie movie, if you love war movies like I do, go ahead and watch it. But it's not going to be the best thing. It's not going to be the best thing you ever seen.
Okay.
And one more that I really recommend: a movie called War Machine. Dog.
With Dennis Quaid.
Yes, Dennis Quaid. Not only is Dennis Quaid in there, Isa Morales is in it as well.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay, I never heard of this movie.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this movie. B, treat Johnny Cupcake. Treat Johnny Cupcake to a movie. War Machine, B. War Machine. You'll love it. This movie.
He likes all the war stuff. Yeah.
Okay, but this movie. Yeah, yes. Okay, so there is military, but it's not like a true story or anything. But this movie is Lone Survivor meets Predator.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I gotta see this.
Yes.
I gotta see
this. Okay. It was so dead. I really enjoyed it, man. It is like Predator, okay? It is. It does have a little bit of like, whoa. When you're watching it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, oh wow, this kind of reminds me of the movie Predator. Like, yeah, okay, man. It's that versus Lone Survivor. Oh, is that combined with Lone Survivor? War Machine. For anybody who I've never heard of the movie, I never knew it existed. And I'm just like, let me check it out. Watched it, man. I thought it was badass. I
had it for a couple of months, and I never watched it. I have it. I just didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to then. Yeah, no, definite.
Okay, B, you recommend anything to us?
Oh, she took that again.
Oh, there she goes, man. That's what she recommends.
Right.
She says, yeah. She just told us F off.
Right.
All right.
And I'm gonna go watch the Warriors. Forget you guys.
Oh man, I'll tell you, the Warriors. It doesn't get old, dog. The movie, The Warriors.
Yeah, you know what, bro? You could watch that today, and it still holds up. for some reason. I know New York's not like that anymore, but it still holds up somehow, bro. The movie, you
Is
know,
it true that they're looking to make a remake of the Warriors?
that's what I had heard. I hope they don't, bro.
I just
I,
don't know. I just don't know. Now, if they remake the Warriors, it will still have to take place many years ago because with technology today, I don't know how that movie will work with cell phones and smartphones. You can't do like a 2026 version of it. How the hell is that going to work? You have
yeah,
Uber, you have cell phones, I think you still got to put it if you remake it, you still gotta place it back
at least in
then.
the 90s, kind of.
You still gotta place it in the 70s or in the 80s. But if you're gonna go past it like 1995, I'm not sure if it can really work, man. So
Yeah, you know what? Look, I'll say this. And I know our boy Robert doesn't agree with that, but I think that the Warriors is one of the few movies that needs to be left alone, bro. That's it. You know that's how I feel about it.
I think Robert was saying that if they remake it, put it do something different with it, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be New York. It
Yeah,
can be you can do a Los Angeles version, a Chicago version, a Miami version of something of that sort, right? So I'm like, that sounds kind of interesting, right? I mean, they're gonna remake the movie Scarface. For anybody who's watching, if you guys don't know, say hello to my little friend. Yeah, that's Scarface. They are remaking that movie. However, it's not going to take place in Florida and it's not going to be Cubans. It's actually going to be in Mexico and it's going to be cartel. So with that aspect in it, Fred, I'm not going to say I'm for it, but it is a little interesting.
yeah, but you know what? Look, they haven't came out, so we haven't seen. Oh yeah, the big puns.
No, I did not. I did not.
Bro. Like, here's my thing, and I'm not knocking it because the movies aren't even out yet, so I'm not gonna go there with it. But I think like the movie Scarface, when you got movies like Scarface, you have movies like The Warriors, so on and so forth. Even though Scarface, the 19 what 80, 81, 82 version, whatever it was a remake.
Yes.
It was a remake.
Yes.
But I also think that it was a different time, bro. It's getting harder and harder to make movies now, again, because of technology. So now it's if you want to make a modern day one, it's just a lot of stuff you got to throw in. You got to work around, Yeah, and
Yeah. Okay. Scarface was 1983. Okay. Yeah. That the Al Pacino Scarface movie Fred is alluding to, and a lot of people don't know that Scarface with original mobster gangster movie in black and white. Scarface, where the dude, he pleaded and begged for his life at the end of the movie when they gunned him down, and the Scarface that we all came to love and know, it was different. It was a completely different. So now this Scarface could be different. I think Fred, I think what it is, dog, is that no, DiCaprio is not gonna play. Oh wait,
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
I heard. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes, I heard that as well. Wait, Scarface? No, it's not DiCaprio. It's gonna be no. They got the actor.
Yeah.
It's not DiCaprio. It's some actor from South of the Border, right?
Yeah, I believe so. You had mentioned it before, but DiCaprio was in the running for it at first.
He was in the running for it. Yes, he was in the running for it. I think what it is, Fred, I think it's we're gonna make these new movies, but how do we really get it out there? How do we get that advertisement behind it? I know we'll say that we're remaking The Warriors, we're remaking Scarface, we're remaking this, we're remaking that. Some people will like it, some people will not like it. But what it does, Fred, it gets the conversation going, right?
Yeah,
It's like you and I, we can make a somewhat version of the Warriors, right? Like get ideas from other movies and say, like, okay, but this is gonna be different, Fred. Like we're not gonna make it exactly the Warriors, but we'll name it something else. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, cool. But if you name it the Warriors and say that we're remaking it, it gets a conversation going, good and bad, right? It gets a conversation going. So I think that's where it is, man. As long as it's not the Running Man, Fred.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as it's not the Running Man. That was not a good one. That was
Man,
not.
you know what? But then again, look, if you think about it, too, they use technology in that too, though, bro. In that new Running Man, dude. I don't know. It was, yeah. I don't know. You know where it got me, that he was stressed out. He needed a job. He just had a kid. It just kind of built up from there for me. So yeah, I'm not saying it was great. I just thought it was all right, but it wasn't like God, you know.
And I see what Derek is saying. Let classics be classics, not remakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, but the classics need to live. They can't die with certain generations. Like me,
right?
okay, like me, my sons, I made sure they watched Scarface. I made sure they watched The Warriors. I made sure they watched a lot of these classics. I run into kids that they don't know a lot of these movies.
Yes.
And it's like, hey man, they're let classics be classics. Okay, but it's on parents, it's on adults to let these classics, they've seen Jaws, right?
Yes.
They just don't hear about it. They've seen it. They've seen Predator. They've seen some of these classics. So there's some remakes that I think were pretty good. The remake of Point Break, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good.
You know what remake I thought was really good too, though, was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, but which one? Oh, there's a lot of those.
No, the remake from, I believe it's 2003, 2004, from just Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The one with the guy from Full Metal Jacket, the sergeant.
Oh yeah, Arlie Ermy.
Yeah.
No, he tells a story that he was in Vietnam and they were in prison camp, and he said, "So what happened is we had to choose. We had nothing to eat." So we had to choose. So he's talking about that they would eat somebody down there, dog.
Yeah,
it
was. I thought that one was good, and then they just kind of run it into the ground after that. But I mean, other than that, bro, like there's very few of them. Even like, say for example, there's some movies like, for example, Boulevard Nights. They capture the moment in time, and that's it. That's where it stays. And you're right about that, because I remember I've shown all my kids and my nephews as well, showed them all those classic films. And I remember one time I still have the soundtrack framed, and I had it in my hallway. And then I remember my nephew brought home a friend one time, and he was all like, "Oh yeah," and he goes, "Hey, what's this?" He goes, "That's Boulevard Nights." And then the other kid was like he didn't know, bro. He didn't know what it was, and he wasn't shown those movies,
People don't know classics.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, no holds barred. Yeah, with Hulk Hogan. That's right.
Rip them. Is this true right here? I know that they made, I think it was a show. Did they actually remake the movie, or did they make a show of White Man Can't Jump?
I'm not sure. I never saw the anything of that. I saw the movie.
Derek, is it a movie? Because I remember them making it into a show, and it never went anywhere. So I don't remember a remake of a movie. I think it was a show. They remade the movie. Oh, okay. I thought it was a show, and I'm like, nah, I don't know. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Even what was it? House Party 2 they remade, And
that's right. LeBron James's house.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It sucked. I'm sure it did suck, man, because White Man Can't Jump came out, I believe, in 1992, and there was just so much. There was so much, just cultural there, man, that I don't think people could put in movies today. You know what I mean? The whole damn band is white except for Jimmy. Just all that stuff. I'm sure today I'm gonna watch it now that I know it's out there, and they probably try and make it too comedic and funny. Where back then, no, it was this, culture divide, man. You had this, white guy with his gray saw, goofy, right? You know what I mean?
His Puerto Rican girlfriend,
His Puerto Rican girlfriend from New York. They're in
yeah,
LA in the hood trying to make some money. Dog, White Man Can't Jump is great. It's great, dog.
well,
It's
what,
just great.
and that's what I'm saying, bro. That the thing. See, we can't capture those moments anymore. The things are different now. It just that's what makes those movies special, bro. They capture the moment in time, the thing in life, And now it's different. I'm not saying it can't be done. There's some good movies out there, but it just I don't know, man. It's hard to get a remake in and do it right,
Yeah, there's certain things. Hey, man, your mother's an astronaut.
Yeah, hey, we're off mothers. We're off mothers, all right? Because I just got off of yours right now.
What time you want me to bring the bee back?
Oh, man.
So goofy white. All right, we're gonna get up out of here, man. All right, hey, I was waiting for B to jump back on, but she was on the road doing her thing, man. God bless her heart, God bless her soul, and I really appreciate B being so honest and candid with that because it is true. It is true. We all know it, just nobody says it. But yes, man, attractive people can get away with more or get more privileges, and it's an unfortunate thing, but that's part of that video that I played right there. So anyway, with that being said, Fred, what do you got coming up, big dog?
You know what? I'm going to put out some content tonight, tonight around midnight. I usually put it up around midnight. There's just me talking again on some stuff. I have a new intro on my show, on my podcast. Now I added another little intro, another little extra to it now. So it's going to be a little bit more different, and eventually I'll end up changing the whole thing, and I got some, I actually have 2 in the can already. And yeah, man, other than that, I plan to have a great weekend. I plan to have, I got some things going on. Spend time with my girl and stuff like that, bro. But maybe watch some more movies and stuff like that, bro. Watch something good, But yeah, and sometimes we sit down and we watch, we started watching the documentary too as well, but we didn't get to finish watching it. So I'll leave it at that. I won't say the rest. No, not
all right. For me, this is the last time you will see me here. Changing up some things here where I live, and this is going to be the last time that you guys are going to see, here, this corner, the way it's all set up and everything. I did do this in the beginning of the year, and it did take a little bit of work, but yeah, I got some changes coming up in my life and me living. It's nothing bad. It's actually all good. Something that has been planned, but pulling the trigger on it just a little bit early than expected. And like I said, it's nothing bad. It's actually something good, something positive. So yeah. So next time that you guys see, at least on the round table, I don't know, maybe if I do a live tomorrow or something, if you guys are watching this live, maybe you will see this again. But by the next time we do the round table, yeah, this is going to be completely different because I'm not even going to be in this room anymore. So we'll see what I come up with the background, if any. We shall see. Like I said, it's all good. Something good is something positive. But yeah, maybe I'll just get a sheet like you, Fred, and just throw it in the back.
You know what? It's funny because I talk about that on the new thing I'm gonna upload. Let me say this. And I'll say it just because I said it on the one I'm gonna put up. I had bought material already and everything to just go all out and make a nice backdrop, paint, tiles, everything, bro. Make a nice, beautiful backdrop. It ain't not only just the corner, but the whole room would have been very, very nice. And then something, well, it was unfortunate for my plans on the studio thing, right? Or the backdrop. It was unfortunate for that, but it was a fortunate thing in my life. That's a beautiful thing that came. So it's like, hey, I'm here. So I had to settle for the sheet in the back over here. But eventually, I've actually have room this way, but I got to move some stuff around. So yeah, but I want to do that too, man. I want to get out of this looking like him, like, you know, I'm gonna get my head chopped off at some point, you know.
Yeah, you look like a POW, dog. You look, yeah, like the Taliban's gonna saw your head off. All right, let's get up out of here. Shout outs to our lovely girl B, Becky Lopez. You guys can catch her on 101.5 FM Friday nights at 10 p.m. It's called Boulevard Hour with B. Shout outs to her. That is one Mr. Fred Segura from Two Face Entertainment, Cholo Trucker, The Roundtable. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Catch you guys then.
Peace.